Tyler the Creator, Don't Tap the Glass / Tweakin. Let's talk about it.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a great episode for you today for Season 11 because we got another Tyler the Creator album. A whole ass album that dropped. This is 10 tracks long, 30 minutes long. Now, this is one of those, turn up the volume, don't give a shit about anything. This isn't deep. This isn't anything that's, gonna get crazy stuck in your head. Anything like that, that's made. We're gonna be reviewing one of the tracks that's kind of, mid towards the album. This song is called Don't Tap the Glass / Tweakin. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Starting off with the beat. Guys, I really enjoy the beat of Don't Tap the Glass. I think it's hard. I like the drums on here. I really like the bass. I like how the 808s are, really they take the 808s, you take the 808s and you kind of drag them out. You kind of put some reverb on these 808s. You kind of, stretch them out. You kind of make them your own thing, and that's kind of what you get from this song, which is pretty fire, and I like this beat. I like how chaotic the drums are. It kind of reminds me of like a drum and bass, like dance type beat, mixed in with some trap elements, like some nice bass. I like that beat switch.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at Friskies.com or visit your local store.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
The beat switch with Tweakin was pretty awesome. Those 808s are fucking banging out your goddamn bass, banging out your goddamn ears. I mean, this shit's gonna fucking blow up your goddamn house. I mean, this is the Sunday church, music. This is the we're going dancing and we're putting this type of music on. We're gonna go fucking crazy on the dance floor. I mean, that's kind of what the vibes are getting here. And I will be real, I do like these vibes. I kind of was thinking about it, this album is already a lot different than Chromtopia. A lot of, Tyler the Creator's, more, I guess you would say more, story-driven, more character-driven, more, serious-driven, usually most of the time. And this is kind of more taking a step back at that. This is kind of that laid-back approach, which I do really enjoy. Sometimes, guys, I just want music that you can just kind of play. Now, I will get into it when I do my album review of this album. There is some songs on here that I don't think I do enjoy. But for right now, I would say this beat from Don't Tap the Glass / that Tweakin beat switch was just overall really nice. Love the sounds here. I love the bass. I love the drums. I love how, there's this guitar that kind of sounds like some video game-esque guitar. Like the way it's sounds like this shit's made in the desert, It's just so fun to listen to. All the different instruments really helping out. All those different sound effects, those background effects with this instrumental. Just overall really helping out this beat. Really just giving the vibe there. So I really do enjoy this beat. I think it's pretty fire. Now, let's move on now. And let's get into the hook, which the hook is one of the first things that come up. It's the Don't Tap the Glass hook. And how do I feel about the Don't Tap the Glass hook? Well, guys, how I feel about it is this. I think I really do enjoy the Don't Tap the Glass hook. I like the sound. You know, when I was first listening to it, you know, it was my first listen. I didn't really know what to think about anything. But I will say, I really like the flow of Don't Tap the Glass. I think the flow of this hook could easily get stuck in your head, which is a pretty enjoyable thing in my opinion. I'm glad that's, you know, a factor in there. And I know it's kind of crazy me saying, you know, the hook is an enjoyable factor about a Tyler, the Creator song. But it's definitely true. The hook is one of the best parts of this song. I really do like that. And then I like the first verse with all these different flow switches. The flows are pretty good. Now, I really would like if Tyler, the Creator would kind of, you know, stop switching up his voice so much. You know, when this man starts rapping, you know, he's doing these, like, mid-voice switches, like a Kendrick Lamar type thing. And I know it's the popular thing to do. I know Tyler, the Creator, does it himself most of the time. But I just feel like, you know, we could have, you know, cleaned it up a little bit on this song. I feel like, you know, doing so many different voices, doing all these different mid-vocal switch-ups. I mean, I just wish, you know, we could have picked, like, a couple of voices and went with those couple of voices, then, you know, switching to a new voice, to a new voice, to a new voice, this voice, you know. I just wish there was a little bit more, you know, I guess I guess the voices switch-ups could have been a little bit more tamed down, in my opinion. It does kind of take away the enjoyability of the song. And then you got the second verse when you think of this song.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtuo Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your Virtuo Pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, it's going great enough. Tyler, the Creator, just starts rapping his fucking ass off with all these flow switches sounding absolutely fantastic. With these more chaotic drums, Tyler, the Creator is absolutely flowing amazingly on this song. And just overall, these first couple of verses, plus that really addicting hook, I would say Don't Tap the Glass is definitely one of the best songs on this goddamn album. And you can already hear from the confidence of that second verse, with all those different flow switches, etc. So I really love the beginning of this song. But I also really love the second half of this song. The second half of the song, we get a beat switch, and we get these really dark 808s. We get these dark bass. This kind of dark, funky, kind of grungy bass. And I remember, it's always talking about this dark, grungy bass on Chromtopia, but it kind of feels like we're using that dark, grungy bass and kind of, stretching it out, kind of making it our own thing, kind of really, turning the tides here, really just providing some great value. So I really love the bass. And then those drums come in, those drums kick in, and I just think this beat switch is just absolutely fantastic. Some of the best, beat switches that I've heard in a long time. I really love the setup of this. It just sounds absolutely fantastic. Guys, I'm really impressed. Let's go over all the elements that I enjoyed about this song. You know, this beat's just absolutely fantastic. All the different sounds, the way these chaotic-ass drums just go fucking crazy, the way that bass just comes in there and just swings in, you know, just provides so much great value. You know, for how chaotic this beat is, how crazy this beat is, I mean, honestly, it's probably going to be one of those songs that you just want to kind of listen to, you know, over and over and over again. And then you have a really entertaining hook from Tyler, the Creator. Just love the hook. I like I like how simple it is, but it gets the job done. Now, I will say the hook is very simple. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking. You know, I'm not saying it's like one of the best hooks I've heard. I'll just be real, it's not. But I will say, for a simple rap hook, which I always, you know, give credit for, I always say with a lot of rappers with these simple rap hooks, I think this is one of the better simple rap hooks that I've heard. So that's a really cool thing. And then you just have these verses which just have such great flows to them kind of baked in. Then you have all these different elements that just come together. And, like, then you just have this beat switch with that dark, grungy fucking bass that just sounds absolutely fantastic, pleasing to the goddamn ears. You know, it's like going to church on Sunday. It's like drinking a 42-pack and then watching, you know, a Sunday football game. You know, just everything goddamn hits in that goddamn moment. Guys, I really enjoyed this track. And I really can't wait to talk about this album because I will spoil it now. I have.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet. For a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Listen to this whole album, and I will be doing a goddamn album review really goddamn soon. But for what I'm going to say this, guys, Tyler, the Creator, Don't Tap the Glass / Tweakin, honestly, one of the best tracks off this album. Overall, I'm going to give this track an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Guys, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're going to be dropping new content every single day. We got a lot of Tyler, the Creator coverage coming this week. We got some Metro Boomin coverage coming this week. We got a lot of stuff coming this week. Then we got NBA Youngboy at the end of the week. We got so much music to talk about, guys. So make sure you follow up if you're new here, because we're going to be dropping new content every single day. And yeah, guys, I really enjoyed my time with this song. I think Don't Tap the Glass is a great song. Go fucking check it out. It just absolutely goddamn hits. I mean, Lord mighty. That beat switch, those 808s just went fucking crazy. Guys, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.